to deal with an out-of-control off-lead dog, part 1. So as you may have seen in my previous video regarding an aggressive owner, an interaction with an aggressive owner due to having an out-of-control dog, my dogs were calm and stayed in a position. They stayed in a stationary position. I put them in a down. Okay, so that is one option of how to deal with an out-of-control off-lead dog. You put your dog in a stationary position, you position yourself in front of the dogs, you deal with the dog, right? Now that was the safest option for me in that particular situation because I couldn't move. I was cornered basically in the basin, and I've got my 4 dogs, 2 dogs and 2 of my own and 2 clients' dogs. There are other options, and you have to weigh up which ones make sense in that particular situation. It depends on the dogs you have, depends on the body language that the other dog is presenting, and the environment that you're in. So stationary position, or you just walk off with your dog in or out of command. Again, depends on the dog. You play with your dog in that area, staying where you are, or you play with them on the move. You do some obedience tricks in that area or on the move. Or, and this is a brief overview, or you cue your dog to interact with the approaching dog. Now this really does depend on your dog as well as the other dog. Is your dog stable? Will your dog be able to diffuse the situation? Either calming the situation down and then the dog gets bored, or giving an appropriate correction and then the dog goes, oh, either I'm going to interact with you appropriately or I'm going to go away. Or it turns into play, but you do have to prepare for the potential of it turning into a fight. So if the other dog, even if your dog is stable, if the other dog doesn't appreciate a correction from yours, or if the play gets too much, or the dog has absolutely no understanding of dog body language and cues, then it can turn into a fight. So this is why I say to clients and followers, it's best to not interact with strange dogs because we have no idea how they are going to interact and how the owner is going to interact. So there's a brief overview, and part 2 is going to be how you can prepare yourself and your dog to do those various scenarios.